Hi, today we are discussing about IndusInd Bank's Q3 FY19 reported numbers which came out yesterday. More or less the numbers were in line except for the fact that the bank provided an ad hoc provision for Island FS exposure which marred the headline profitability. But then what were the other positives in the result? The pre-provisioning profit grew by a healthy 27%, aided by a good growth in net interest income and supported by other income. The growth in other income was aided by 18% growth in core fees and a very hefty growth in treasury gains. The other interesting aspect of the result was a 35% surge in advances, which was aided by corporate, commercial vehicles as well as retail. And the bank has been gaining market share as well. The net interest margin was stable at 3.83% and the benefit of low repricing, especially on the corporate side, seems to be kicking in. Last but not the least, the bank reported no divergence in its RBI audit for FY18. But there were few concerns as well. While the CASA ratio, which is the low-cost deposit ratio, was stable at 43.8%, the growth in savings account was sluggish. The bank provided 255 crore on account of its exposure to Island FS Holding Company. This is over and above the provision that it had created in the first quarter, and now the total provision on this account stands at 600 crore on an exposure of close to 2000 crore. But the bank management mentioned that they want to take up the provision cover to 40 to 50% in the near term. In addition to the holding company exposure, the bank also has exposure to Island FS SPVs to the tune of rupees 1000 crore. And because of the moratorium on loan repayment, this account is also likely to slip into NPL technically, and hence in the near term we expect the provision to remain elevated. The other area of concern, a slight bother I would say, was the slippage to the tune of rupees 806 crore reported in the quarter. But the key question that beckons investor attention is what should we do with the stock? We expect that because of the elevated provision in the near term, the stock is likely to remain subdued. However, we like the execution strategy of IndusInd Bank and we are quite comfortable with its acquisition of Bharat Financial, which will give it access to high-yielding assets as well as a new set of customers. We feel that in the impending weak phase of the stock, investors should gradually accumulate IndusInd Bank for the long term. Thank you.